levels, kuli genetic biodiversity, kuli species biodiversity, kuli na ecosystem biodiversity. But maningi tunaangalirapo ni kuti agriculture na bonzo balevita affect kuti vantu vapedze chakudya aso kuti tichite combat climate change. Kono since vantu vanakhala drought. Did you have a drought last year? How was the rainfall pattern? Are there institutions that also work with farmers on the ground in the building? I'm not saying that one of our farmers, on our farm, so biodiversity, it can with the concept of the variety of animals and plants within the wildlife. Manje AE or agroecology, itanda usachani. Agroecology ni approach holistic. Maona takambati when angwasereza kukwezisa farmers molimira bwino, when angwashita agroforestry, when angwa bachita ma landscape management, contouring, all those efforts ensure that farmers have got something to eat. Not only farmers, even small families. Kumbuyo kwa garden, kumbuyo kwa nyumba, muzilimira, muzipezera chakula. And that's what sustainable food systems are. You should be able to grow your own food and consume from the gardens that you grow from. So, agroecology, monga science, imalanga napo, bali ma ecosystems, kyonse tuchitikira mu surrounding yake. And then as a practice, ilanga napo, ma farming methods, ya minerally, kujenga watu, our surroundings and our soils. Conventional farming ya mengi kwa bantu hapa is certain chima fertilizer. But all along, nature shows us that anything can grow without fertilizer. And that fertilizer has got harmful effects to our soil and our biodiversity. As a social movement, everybody in this room, by virtue of you being here, you are pushing or you are advocating for sustainable food systems in whichever area you are working in. Amaya, because she practices sustainable farming methods, we are advocates. Mu community but was nanga wajamai, why you ma na so mundawao. I'm sure we'll have the opportunity to hear some of the things that she's doing and some of the things that she's growing. These are people who indoctrinated the agroecology and have taken up practice in it. Kwendo balangiza abantu kuti tinga chite. Ivi njeva nekezo chita na kudala. Mwanda watoma itana ati ulimi onkalilila. Why mama witana ulimi onkalilila? Because from time immemorial, this practice has been there and it has worked. But something changed. Tambo gulama hybrids, Tamboika fertilizer, we thought our yields were going up, but from there now it's downhill. You need more fertilizer. You need to buy seeds for every planting season. And this is what agroecology is looking at. Have your own seeds, save your own seeds. It's the whole food system. Mukankhala na maseeds yangu kwa nyumba, mwashanga, sumuyizimisa fertilizer, muyizimisa compost. Vamene matenga muja muzaji yako pa nyumba, muzagulisa. It's a whole chain reaction. You are not only making it easy for Patumba, but still you are making it easy on other people's health. Chakudya ni mankwala. We currently have a campaign, it's called My Food is Africa. The campaign emphasizes that sustainable food systems start with locally available foods. What are our locally available foods? Pero na punzilako atukono kumisanda. Isanda tikalibori diabo. But because each community has different biodiversity, yeah, biodiversity, kuma plants kutosiana, bakubya kosiana. But mwona yena ngomba muda mwao, muma nkala chintu chimozi. Means You need your vegetables, you need your seeds. Kokula tikaenda kumamunzai, tezoona bane vezosungira maseeds yacho. Tezokhala na vakudya. But manje ngatuenda kumuzi, vachitokamba tizetereko vakudya pamuza. But kujendeko nekulilanzi. Kujendeko mine vangashange nokugulisa chakudya. So agroecology ilanga napo paliponse ibintu kuti aliyonse apezeke na chakudya, aliyonse akhale na wati umoyo wabwino. Not only as humans, even the things that are living in our soils, even around us. What is our practice like? Tijua mitengo, tifuna yield yende kumwamba, but tizi at mitengo ndiya nileta mfuwe. So tekazijua mitengo kuti tishange. We should put it one step back, two steps back. As a holistic approach, it considers the entire food system, from the farm to the consumer, building resilience and sustainability by working with nature, building a resilience in our communities. But even the next year, their soils will be good enough to take up good yields. Because the soil is working well. Everything starts from the soil. And that's what agroecology wants to emphasize and wants people to look at it as a holistic. Not just the farmer, as long as shanga, that's where it ends. No. It also translates to food. The people who are eating, the people who are processing, vegetables, what is happening next season? Are you able to use the same seeds? When you already have that system, you can go for many years without needing external inputs. So, maybe my principles, because agroecology, Monga Bible in our foundation. For the recycling, my fruits ya jamina chitacha and wacho some farm. Vikamba vita, vaviuzinisa, kupanga manure, kupanga compost, kupanga bokashi. It's about what you already have on the farm. How can you put it back in the farm to give you more? To the input reduction in Takamba Kudara, ngatusunga soil yako bwino. Suzambo enda kuti tifunika fertilizer, tifunika decompound, tifunika nitrogen. Using the practices of agroecology, you already have trees mumunda mwana. Ya jamachani chimakepo, muyabweza mumuta, mupanga rich soil. Input reduction, you don't have to buy so much chemicals to grow your food. Soil health, kuchoka hapo ngatumachoka hapo pa input reduction, you can buy chemical, fertilizer. It means your soil is healthy. And have animal health as well. Farm vijabane vimachoka mumunda, vimapezeka atina vinyama vadiako, simame. Majanga titi spray ama chemicals yada. Vinyama vadi vikudia vijabane. Kuti vinyama kuti vise wamene kubwera kudia. Nishikudia chakudia kwani. So, principle ya number 5 ni ya biodiversity. Tonse tuono tuamini kukhala mu nature. Microbes, tuma insects. Once ngati mwachosako kantu kamozi muzaona pali change. But tunaona kuma animals, things that we never had. What is changing with our environment? Chifupa, something was removed. We used too many chemicals. Manje yazira tikamadum hapa, we can't die, we can still survive. So even the chemicals are becoming what? More concentrated and hazardous. Manje ngati chipa ya kadoyo nishinayo chingakupai. Economic diversification. Perform your using several principles. Mwambera kuli recycling, sungashange chintu chimosi. Tozakhala kuti twambiri uzashanga ponyemba, uzashanga milisi, uzashanga vikushi. Ngati ichi sina chitebwino, mungagulitse beans. Ngati beans sina chitebwino, muliko na vinhu vambiri vosiyana-siyana, mumunda imozi. At the end of the day, vantu panyumba vakuja very healthy, chakudya sichisira because growing different crops on a piece of land. Monga vamene mvikulira muchani chimusanga. My principles number 9, social values and diets. As Zambians, chakudya chanu chanewa tikafika muno mu Zambia, mumadya chakudya bwanji. Muzanyamuka muzakamba chani. Simba na ndiyo bwanji. Chihuahua. Nyemba. Binzi. Ndiyo bintu vizamene takula tikudya. Manje ngatukulipe muntu amene ashanga. Sifuna tonse ati tigulise mili sikuwe farari. Tizadya chani. Singadya mili sikaye. With the crop failure we had, vantu venango manje vanauka kuti iyaye tentishange mbeu zake. Kuli sima si milisi yega, sima ni sorghum, sima ni millet, sima ni chintu chambiri. And we've got so much food, but vambosila chikupa tonse tikutamangira kukumilisi. Manje kukumilisi kwa ene titamangira nako kuli makemiko. Monga abazimayi muzira tibakazi safuliko handle ma agrochemicals. Vonse ivoni vintu pamene tifunika taika pasogolo kukamba ati kunjira pamene tienda kuoneka bwanji. Kuoneka pati chilikizi ni kuenda kuspray tablet nina munda ya nini weeds killer. Ni wandani handling na vijana chemicals. Timaona tukwa zungwa mabara vija bibi na kakumo skani kanji. Kuna tima kwanisa kugula vija vimagia but vatiletera ya jama mkwala and then still ziva titikufa mukati. Over a period of time we have seen our cancer hospital grow. So na imo kuna mfuna mkakondwela awe na Mfuwe waleta cancer hospital. No, let us eat healthy and ensure it's the conscious mind that mwazira atapatichokera tamteta kujia teleta choka mgade mwamilisa na spray. Uzaji ya oloba basukako chabe bangomu. It's safe to eat. Principle number 10, fairness. It supports a dignified and robust livelihood for all actors. And also many are involved. It should be dignified, it should be fair. How is the rate of the person who's working on the farmland? But upeza timundu wamena seweza kwa farm agwira makemiko ya mbili awe salary here. Wakaenda kugulisa produce kuliko na middleman. Middleman wachani. Mu community mungagulise vija vingi pamene muchita produce vikaligo kufika kudai. Steve niko endo gulato onion to South Africa. Nishi farmers wako Mfuwe wakashandi ma hectares. Natural, organic. Principle number 12 or maybe 11, connectivity. Ensure proximity and confidence between producers and consumers. Means ningaziwe na nikaenda kufarm kwa ndani, chifukwa maizinisa ya ma principles ya agroecology. Chakudya chane chichoka kuja chilisave. Principle number 12. Land and natural resource governance. Monga kuno, my natural resources, it's not just mumunda, it's also the mining. Ngati pafupi pa the mine. Farm which to affect one. Manzi ajali in the surrounding area, yaoneka one. Are they safe for people to drink and consume? And then our last principle 13, is participation. And just seeing that everybody has gathered here to learn more about agroecology, to connect with people who are pushing and advocating for sustainable food systems, is the same participation we're talking about. Participating in lawmaking, ensuring we understand what is happening within this system of conservation in agriculture. Sisi tukoma laws ya mimea chinja, kuma plant breeders' rights, kuma seed rights. Everyone needs to be educated. If you are looking at conservation, this will affect you. If you are a farmer, this will affect you. So participation je pameneniza isiiranye but ningakumbera kona ino kuli ino chamene mungu afuna uzira maybe palisa na work around agroecology na biodiversity ya nitakambambo so far. Apena chinyanja sisi tachitamba kuyo pacha tingabwerereko. So that you understand that zabu nditonse tiri muno mulungu. Ali wonse amene pushing for sustainable food systems. Yes, Mr. Luke.
Thank you so much for the presentation.
That is a very good question. And what are the benefits? SAP is coming to Mfuwe for the first time, but we've been operating through Mizu EcoCare. And it is that platform that keeps Bantu engaged. The network visiting Mfuwe might not be the same thing that's happening in Southern Province. But we create a platform that these two stakeholders who are pushing for sustainable food systems can come together and say, you know what, Kuloa Zambezi Semamai Nyatibu, Dareka Polima, because Maroza is a strategy, Zasila. You can't speak as a community, but you can join hands with people who can help you see the way forward. Olofama omoza nakamba wewe nifuna shanga ma local seeds anga shange paeka, but the big difference comes when we are all in a space like this. We all put our efforts. If it's not just soil conservation, it's also seed preservation. It's teaching farmers their rights. Just kuti uzire ati we farmer ulina rights na chanechi tantauza kupitirirapo pali ayo ma rights. It requires different elements kuwera pamoja. Monga ecosystem ijabaleta gambirai tulitosiana siana, but pamoja, that's how we are able to get food from our ecosystem and our lands. Not only does it bring people together for networking and putting efforts together, it provides for a space where like-minded people can work together. Look at what has happened here. We are seeing other organizations coming in from as far as Qatar as well. So it brings all these efforts together. You could be working on a project and somebody else is working on a similar project. But bringing those two minds together, something incredible can mushroom out of that. As for registration for membership, you can always see me. We're seated in the back. Tingampaseni ma form. Na online, kulika link kanelinga mpaseni. Filling in my details yanu, kuli individual na organizational membership. So kulimena ngochabe kuti inepa yine, vamile mwakamba biodiversity. Nima chitapo recycling farm. Ninga kune ukunzirapo vinambo kuchira recycling. Nise mochitira sustainable farming yamene, you will be linked to other farmers who are doing the same thing, who have done it and have seen it work. So it's also a good space to exchange ideas. But for the funds, please do see me. We can take individual and organizational memberships. It's about bringing all the different efforts together at the end of the day. Holistic view of agroecology as a movement. Thank you. Well, I'm sure as of Kulikuma flyers will do. Some of our members have also been listed on these flyers that I've shared with you.
Okay, Mangafuti. Storm family Virginia. Thank you so much, Regina, for the presentation. Nifuna ni paleko mboni katini witness wa ubwino kala member WhatsApp. Isimamizi wetu pia tunajoin na ZAP chaka cha 2020. Nipata wewe tunali kujoin na ZAP paja. Sina kuziva zambi bali kania malimigwe ya kampani kati malimigwe yoteteza chana kutika leku. Tajoina ZAP yai zintu zinachinja. Zinatsiba zambi pali malimigwe yaya yoteteza ziko na yoteteza chana. Ndiposo ma connection yometa karati panga niwe na wamzambi ndiposo wakunja niambili ukyole yamu chibrenzi chometili nacho na ZAP. So tukapira ku mabungwe ya Lucy Branch na bungwe ya Chipembele Wildlife Education Trust nikuti mufendele kufupi nditu na bungwe ya ZAP tusebenzele pamoja kama kwambi. So nipange presentation nomba title ya presentation ni ikamba pali project omwezi telo chika kwa Mfuwe, project ya hunger and poverty reduction using agroecology. So tifuna njala itemungoti ya chepekera ndiponso kusoba kwa kopi inako kutemungoti kwa chepekera. So mavuto yosiyana tili nayo muziko la Zambia niyo tani. Okay, nipitemo. So ma challenges ya limote choyamba ni climate change katini ku sinta kwanye, right? Tiziwa chomwe climate change itani bauzai. Kusinta kwanye ngo chifukwa chazo ipa zomweti chika makamaka malimigwe yoipa mhepo yotokera kuma factory yoipa carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide yomweti tika mumhepo ibulesa kusinta kwanye ngo ndipo bafutika ko pambana pali kusinta kwanye ngo kuja small scale farmers omwe basebenza directly na ntaka. Yachibili ni kuonongeka kwa tengo lakini ni malo environmental degradation kukolela muli kujua kwa mitengo deforestation kukolela muli kupanyama kopandano lezo yako mapochi kukolela muli malimigwe yomwe siyo yenela kuli mavuto yena yomwe tili nayo yomwe yachokera kukongo Boma nthawi zina ipezeka kuti ina malamulo omwe siyathandiza ma small scale farmers. Nipereke vitsanzo. FISIP. Kids loanze FISIP, what? Program ya FISIP ndiyo itipatsa hybrid seed, ndiyo itipatsa fertilizer ya chizungai. Koma pali mfuto. Ija hybrid seed is still ndiyo fika abatifu ni. ndipo kuliza kazina komweta peseka tarangira hybrid seed ya chepa kwamba jatirulandirira tamba no gavana kuti wena usati vachoke pajatirulandirira Albert Jones kuliza kazina yomwe tipezeka takamba chino chaka stilima kailipomba ilipobweretsa hybrid seeds ilipobweretsa chemical fertilizers ise tilukamba lamulo iyi ilipona kamvuto tufunika tipatse mphamvu ma small scale farmers kuti vazilimira kufikira apa wafuna. So tichite bwanji kuti vazilimira kufikira apa wafuna. Tibwerere kunzeru za makolo watu wanali kusunga mbewu ndipo wanasunga mbewu chaka na chaka for the last 5,000 years. Mbewu yomwe tisebenzesa isiyatokera ku makolo watu. So sichabwino kuti titenge mbewu zitanumabhyala teka nechabwino nditoka kakobili kajakofunika kupita kuli wa sitco chaka chili chonse tipezereko china cho tasebenzesera chifukwa mbewu tiruzisungira teka. So sisi papaoneka mngoti ifunika ichinjeko pang'ono. Ma chemical fertilizers umewakambira wa Georgine ya kupanta munaona kutolopenze ntaka pamalo tinalulima kosa sebenzesa ma fertilizer ya chizungu tikasebenzesa chape ma fertilizer ya chizungu sitikalimanso kopanda ma fertilizer ya chizungu ichi ntaka ija tachinja tapa tulombo tuja benzo kambako tuma microbes siyana mudziwa umuzilili mbewu za chimundu tulombo tuja tumono mutaka ndito tushika munga tuwafanya manyuwa nudyetsa manyuwa ku mbewu jeyu ilukule ngati tuja tulombo twafa nishi mbewu zija sizingadye bwino manyuwa ya jeli mutaka. Nichifukwa chake fertilizer ya chizungu ipezeka isebenza bwino chifukwa fertilizer ya chizungu ingofunika mvula ikasununguka basi mbewu zitenga manyuwa yaja yotokera mu fertilizer ya chizungu. Koma mphamvu silingana na manyuwa ya chimundu ngati manyuwa ya kampani organic manure. Chifukwa chake sitikamba tieni tichite promote manyuwa yaja ya organic manure. Kulinso lamulo lina sinidziwa kati munaimbirapo akuti plant breeders rights bill. Munaimbirapo lamulo lina azima inazipa wanaimbirapo ilamula patikamba ilipa stage yokuti ni bill wa president bakaisaina chabe nishingala lamulo ilamulo isetilina yona vuto chifukwa ikabwera ikatenga ufulu wama small scale farmers. Sibakhala na ufulu wosunga mbewu za chimuntu, sibakhala na ufulu opatsako wanzawo mbewu za chimuntu. Ngatuli na kadimba polo ufuno kubyala mbewu kukhala ufulu kochita register. So isetilukamba ni vuto ya ifulu palila mkuli yomwe chitamukoti yatenga ufulu wama small scale farmers. Ndipo malamulo monga fisipo mjataka mbira yashika promoto ika palisogolo mbewu imodzi chima muone mzambia tikakamba pali mabamba harvest still ukamba beans still ukamba cotton bamba harvest ndawe zonse still ukamba pali chimanga basi titeku FRA wakula chabe chimanga cha white chifukwa chake mavarayati ya chimanga ya chepa kusitidziva red maize sininga kulize FRA iseje kukamba malamulo ayafuni kusinka ma small scale farmers mafama wang'ono wakalena ufulu wolima mbewu zili zonse ize bafuna kuli kusebenzesa ma pesticides ya mphamvu yajawakambako wa Georgine tidziva vambili vasebenzesa protection iliyonse kulibe ma gloves kulibe ma goggles kulibe ma face masks but nthawi na nthawi tipezeka tilutsira makemiko yaya ndipo yaluononga ubwino wathu mmatupi mwathu ise tikuti sichabwino chija ni vuto ikulu ga hani ya Mfuwe ulipa mwamba 60 to 70% ya population ya Zambia novutikira wa nisenti kuti 10% njira ukyolera muri malimidwe ya gavana ukyolera muri agroecology kuti titandizane tiyesobeza chuma chotera vuto ilipo komalatu inakamba kutifuna economy yatu ikale green economy komataona kuti ruteko choka mu economy mwini chinjo kala green economy isetona monga agroecology ngatitandize kuti lowe mu economy tilufuna kala moya green economy chifukwa tinasangulo kala kuno Mfuwe tinasangulo kala kuno Mfuwe tikati naona izi zinochitika muone kuno ni vale maloya South Luangwa niko kupya ngako chifukwa kupya ukuma limidwe nthawi zinaenda ngoti yavu kuli nthawi yomwe kukhala drought kuli nthawi chifukwa mitsinje yosiyana kukhala ma-floods area futhi pezeka ngati tabwera kusintha kwa nyengo kukhala mavuto osiyana chifukwa cha kusintha kwa nyengo chifukwa cha ma-floods mwina na mwina nthaka ipezeka ilina acid ngati chifukwa tonse twabwino madzi yapereka pansi patali nthaka ikhala pamwamba ikhala na acid tichite bwanji kuti acid idachitose mu nthaka kuli nkhani ya wanthu kusamvelana na zilombo zochokera mu kwake kuli nkhani za umphawi mutatakambira zakuti ochepekera ngati tafuta patebuli twakudya vanthu chinsima so vudzo mutipikira ka chinsima chikulu so ukacheki ngati ndiyo ni so ubinzi ni so nyama siyo kamba ni so uchitobvira kabisa kudzaje ukurukira patsima reason chinsima chigulira so ni chifukwa food system yatu ishta overemphasize chima tikapezeka takhala na ma-seeds yosiyana seed diversity muone kuti navo vakudya patebo patu vichinja zamasamba zichuluke zimwe zipezeka patebo zitipatsa ma-protein ma-legumes yachuluke nayo imwe yapezeka patebo ngati tisunga nguku ngati tisunga mbuzi ngati tisunga ng'ombe nakanyama nako kachite bwanji kakule ngatatipeza patebo ni ulimi omwe tiufuna chotsirizira kuno kumalo nthaka ikalibwino so wambiri ochokera mdera zina apezeka mkumira kumamwe district ukalima koma malimidwe yomwe walusebenzesa siyabwino chifukwa chake setikuti tendisebenze nawo tione kuti malimidwe yawo yakhale yosamala nthaka yosamala ecosystem matengo yomwe mpezeka wanthu na siromo so project yomwe tinuchita implement ya Agroecology ma-partners bathu ni High Five Club na Rotary Club of Catholic. So next choyambira ichitachita nupanga seed bank. So seed bank ili kwa base part Old Palace Road Kakundi ndiye tinatenga container nuishita multiplying taikakona karufu kama unzi mamamo kiosa timzitenganga ndiye mukati ndiye uulongo tisunga mbeu zosiyana mbeu izitipeleka kuli small scale farmers mwaule wakashita harvest wafunika chapo tipezerako ka portion kamono kitikapasensovena ma small scale farmers izi mbeu tapakinga so tikuchita distribute ino farming season japasako 100 ma-farmers mu Kanya Chiefdom 100 ma-farmers mu Kakumi Chiefdom mbeu ya white itiito kasisi ni Africa One local maize mbeu ya black ni velvet beans chiteze tichisevenzesa as a green manure chiyika nitrogen muntaka chitedzi. Ndiponso tichisevenzesa as a cover crop. Muone tikabyala paja mumunda chitamboti chirutambalala mungoti ni muntu akapamphasa tambalala mendo chitambalala mungwira pamwamba panjaka so dzuva ikapicha mutoti muchi ipeza maluva ya chipedzi. So olokukaleka drought ka 7 days ntaka ipezeka ikakina madzi chifukwa madzi yachiwakava muntaka mujana chipedze ichi. So that's why itipereka chitedze na chimanga pamodzi. Wafunika kubyalira pamodzi ma small scale farmers tilina na millet, tilina sorghum, tilina green gram, niyambiri maseeds omwe tilinayo mzibu bantu. Iyo picture yacho kapo yo chita distribute timubelana nawo timkalima bwanji. Mukumbukira training tatina kamba space ni bwanji ngatitabiyala pano lokomezi ifunika okhala mamita yangati namuli hybrid mwina chifukwa ngati mundu wa lokomezi uli pano ngati wa next muli hybrid ija hybrid isando sa lokomezi hybrid nayo. So kufunika okhala ka distance ka 200 meters kuma side yonse wa munda apataputaika lokomezi 200 meters away ndikotinga byale hybrid seed. Kulingana ya madzi ngati mfuno olima sungalime popanda doti jaka na madzi. So kulima partners patu Makole Foundation omwe bayika mapoho kuno na patu isepabesa paonatikirako poho iyi yoitikaniza kuti tibile mbewu yatu ndiponso bamudzi mwatoma watikhala nawo wasebenzesa poho imweni kutapa madzi. Iyi ni training tinaloshika mumhanya last year June okunzisa ma small scale farmers mopangira bokashi manure. Bokashi manure ni njira yopangira compost manure msanga. Walomo panga manure mu 3 months or 6 months isetia panga mu 14 days. Tikapanga mu 14 days tia ikamasaka musunga tembekera chapenkawiyo sebenzesa mumunda. So ndiye bokashi training mabasic pacho ufuna ulimazo siyana crop diversity in 4 weeks ago, just a month ago, tendo shika harvest red onion harvest part tikulitsa tifuna sebenza nabantu bosiyana. So tiloleza abana ba school ubera kutoba kunzire bali malimidi omwe kugamba agroecology katina company tishita invite ma NGO yena ya wani wachipembele wildlife education trust nishwabwela kuti tikunzilire pamodzi na mayouth tinowaponzesa pali zinthu zosiyana tili garden nishikulima vegetables apa ngati twabwera tumapesi katili ndolombo tipanga mwanji mapesticides ya organic kuti tichite avoid mapesticides ya chizungu. Apa tili mufield n'abachipembele wildlife education trust utandiza wazimayo ushika open to demo plots kwa. So wachipembele nao wachitamungoti vaikonda agroecology ndipo tinokondwera kuti washita partner naise ndipo waikakonzero ngapo wakusekula demo plots ya conservation farming na agroecology kuti mabungwe twa azimayi mu midzi ndiye kuti tinaloyendera. Pali nkhani ya kusintha kwa nyengo nifuna kukambako chinthu chimodzi. Kusintha kwa nyengo ni chinthu chomwe chiluchitika zoona koma tikaona pa vomwe vichitika pa mafamu yathu kuli vina vomwe vichitika vomwe ise ma small scale farmers tilunamizira kusintha kwa nyengo komwe sikusintha kwa nyengo kulu vibwerezi ngati chimanga chinachite bwino chifukwa mvula ilipokubwa 4 days chapo ni climate change. Ulishuwa nikusinda manyengo ni climate change. Lekantu one example the information international support grassroots trust wanayamba limanzatu Rofshenton na Sebastian Sport. Aya mafamu yabili yali next to each other. Ukafiwe kulifamu Zangalama Nzere na ifamu Zangalama Nje. Zangalama Nzere hivi wanachika wanapia la chimanga wanashita intercope na pigeon bees, pumpkins, beans. Wasebenzesa crop rotation na soya, wasebenzesa organic manure. Waliposebenzesa mashini yaliyonse unalipote ntabokhalira munda sibanasebenzese koma fertilizer ya chizungu ndipo last 15 years sibasebenzesa fertilizer ya chizungu. Mafama apa muone munda mwokondwela zonse zilipo. Wafama wapa next banepa growing achape chimanga chokachoka ulibezinga mbewu ziba growing ngati bakolola watenta vintu munda wasebenzesa amaplow wasebenzesa chemical fertilizers muone kusiana kwa babili yawa but mukapita kuifamu choyambirira bakambechani climate change yalengesa masiku yano umuhimu uvutira mvula wentimwe mulipo chitavo muna lufuniko chita ndipo kusinza kwa nyengo kunugweranzo chifukwa cha uvoyipa kumweti mchita in terms of imigwe yake mwesi yamuyendelana na doti na tengo. Iyi ni example so ina ya mafamu yena pomwe balu sebenzesa manjira ya kampani niko muwalu lima umuwalu funira usasebenzisa manjira ya kampani 2019 in the 2018 15 January apana tenga mapicha next in 6 March 2019 muone futusia na pali mafamu ya wili yali pafupi. Yeah, please.
This is where I was talking, guys, when we were coming to start, eh? One of the principles and the objectives we're going to learn from the meeting is this climate change against the local seed. Why is local seed being promoted now? Last time it was like, let's have this hybrid seed because of climate change. So, after some time, we are getting back to local seed in the midst of climate change. Why are we getting back to local seed, which was demonized last time? And this is my biggest interest that we need to learn. In this level of depending which I emphasize, this is the kama. Pangwishe manini. Ziko. Thank you.
Ziko mwakili. Ziko niongezele kwa wapili. Kutembea kwa makampani yomea weleza hybrid seed. Ngakwa weleza variety iliyonse yanyu wakamba funa tuone pali kania kusinza manyengo. Mafama za kutika ndipo kasebenzesa hii individual. Tikawelenga variety ya seeds ya kwero chokela 1964 ufika leo. Yapitilila 120. Ili yonze variety ya kwera wakambati itilize umhawe ititandize seed. Then wome kupanga hybrid seed teacher mbeo wato saputi kuli masposi ya farmers ndipo wato sambeo ya chimake yomo wapitana yomulapo ukachinja kupanga hybrid seed. So ngati mwana achokera kuli koro unatamba tikora ni benchi chifukwa original seed teacher nimwe itabana tenda kuwandu watu waipeleka mulabu waichinja sudden milomba injie certified inja ili na abantu mulibale but ndipo unatosa leo una 7 so vaipa branch inja maona kama utendela pao ndipo tifuniko kala chenu na ise kuti izi seeds zilina mpamvu ndipo tifuniko usunda sazitaye yayo so nizofuna kamba ko pali mahoteo ya economy muone boma ya Zambia wa UPND batangena mu power vanakamba titifuna tichinje from conventional economy tingenemu green economy right? So ninofuna titivetse bwino ivi vanokamba ndipo tisevenze nawo tione mutinga chiti right? So ini type imodzi ya economy ya dziko kukhala economy kukhala society kukhala malo ya tengo doti itikuti environment iyi type ya economy tifuna chabopanga ndrama sitika konzero vavantu society nizawo izo ntaka machire yosiyana siyana nizawo izo isetifuna chabendrama. That's why ichi economy chakala chachikulu ka society kakangono ka environment kakangono so ni type imodzi ya economy. Next type ya chivili ndio iti kuti triple bottom line iyo mwikambati tienti pange drama mu economy but drama zilupangiwa mu economy moja tipeze njira yosamalira bantu mu society tipenzenso njira yosamalira malo matengo doti naso siyana so muone tumaseko apalomba twalingana tonse tutatu chifukwa ndrama zocho saumu tiluika nsokuja ya chitatu. Yes. Next. Kulinso ya chitatu example. Ya chitatu example chibwera number 1 ni kusamalira nature. Kusamalira ntaka, kusamalira tengo zosiyana, kusamalira vinyama vipezeka kutengo. Ndipo zonse zati zichitike mu society na wantu, na zonse zati zichitike mu economy zitipatsa ndrama. Zifune kolowa mkati mwa kusamalira kwa vonse vipezeka around us. Ndio tikuti strong sustainability. So tikakamba pali green economy tikupita uko last week. So muone umutilu sevenzera economy yatu pali ma example ya tatu haya tilipati tinafika huko tinafika kwa tera huko. Let's go back. Tili hapa drama tinupanga tinuponya kwa society taponya kwa samari la environment tili hapa zambi tibwere kapena tilia tikaona mutiru shira vindu mamaini shika pollute wakala kama pollution kutambeshi kwa pabe utokakala kama pollution ni kumansa kuone katikalia kwa matifuni kwa kutakuti ngatitika lemu green economy mwiru funi la boma tifuni katizipeze kuku. Ma example ya tatu ya tingaya ikenso mumakala ya tatu uli umumugre tifuna chape chuma vintu stivi kakonzeru vonse tifuna chapo panga ndrama nishitili box ya grey komantaka na environment vionongeka ngasi box ya grey mfukwa chake chilukamba more damaging pansa ngati tambo sinta tambo bwele zapo vintu va recycling reuse reduce tangena mu number 2 type economy ja ngati tangena green nishi vonse tikuchita vintu mosamalira moona kuti tiononge bwanji tengo ngati tachita ichi. Apa tikambolima tijume yonse mitengo tisiyeko mitengo nishi tili tiluyemekeza malo ya tina pesa so tonse tifuni kukhala ndipo pati nja green economy bome ufuna kuti tipeze impere upitilirapo pali ivi nakamba iwe azimundu ungazipezenso maboksi ya 3 ine lifestyle yanga ni living a branch lifestyle yanga lunch nifuna hungry lion nthawi zonse hungry lion hungry lion hungry lion hungry lion hungry lion ngati ukuti hungry lion lunch every day nishuliwa ngombaya pakubwereka BP ka hypertension ka sugar so nice as vantu umtikhalira mioyo yathu tiruzika muti tiri muboksi jayoyamba tiri muboksi ya chiviri kapena tiri muboksi ya chitatu tikangena agroecology iti thandizo bwera muboksi ya chitatu ya green msanga diet yakhala healthy vakudya tosiyana va healthy immediately tipezeka tangena green box tikashita introduce agroecology umtisamalila vonse vile around farm immediately tipezeka tangochoka kuja tiubwera mu green box. That's why it's pushing agenda ya agroecology because tifuna ubwera fast mu green box tikabwera kuno kumfuwe nenzofuna uchita explain situation muone apa wanapanga ma national park national park inakala area ya deep green ili pakati ya wasi yako area ya light green yote kuti game management area game management area mupezeka vinyama na vantu hai tikatoka mGMA aya ndio malo yena mukhalanso wantu ndikuchizikanso vina monga mining na vina itichi so vuto ilite ngati tisebenzesa malimbikwe yomwe siyabwino na tiononga bonse vilimo tijua mitendo hindu kobili sioneka chifukwata kangiwo pesa ndrama tipeze njira zina zopezela mo ndrama so tichite kwachi tiyanganire mukati mu national park ndipo bantu bangena mu national park noyambo shuka vinyama noyambo jua mitengo mapanga malasha wapangira kuti bati bakaononga mkati vinyama vyambo soba vakudya mkati noyambo pita kuti kunja noyambo ufutana na bantu loba kupa bantu nase tiru vidu so ngati sitipeza pindu mulimi kunja national park ifutika ndiponso vinyama vikachoka kuzobwera kuno nase tifutika so ichitiri ukamba isi nekuti ngati tisebenzesa agroecology mu area light green na medium green ngati tapeza pindu mitengo ya kule ma ecosystem ya kule tipeze pindu stifunika upita mkati mukaononga vile ngati siononga vile mkati mwa national park vinyama sivichoka mkati mutokera so kunja vinyama ise wonse tiwini so my benefits ya agroecology tikashita summarize yatandizo chita regenerate ma farm ecosystem malo munja tilili pa farm papeze kapali mitengo kuona kwa farm tinaikako katengo tinakasiya mwamu tinapezera mukafika kwa farm kumvekako tunyoni tulira kuma butterfly tumbululuka mutengo mumunja maikamo beehive ya mabizi yakwera kuno kufamu yambochoka pa akakachimanga ya bwela yamba ya rutitangizo chika pollinator ndiyo farming tino ufuna imwaiti muone ngati stiso ngatengo injana mitengo mbala nizitawa kuma butterfly tutawa mabizi ya kutenzo patani sitandisika katika sebenzesa agroecology cost of production ishkatani ishta reduce drama tenzo funiko sebenzesela kuma hybrid seeds drama tenzo funiko sebenzesela chemical fertilizer kuma pesticides ya chizungu tisungu ka profit kapezeka kakulako komwe tipeza mu agriculture ndito tilufuna agroecology ilemekeza nzeru namachitidwe ya makolo watu sita ya nzeru zigala machitidwe ya makolo watu family vitikamba mu conservation farming na organic farming ni nzeru ya makolo yatu yomwe tifunika ulemekeza sitifuniko ya taya patali ndipo agroecology ilemekeza nzeru za makolo watu mutanakambilapo kale agroecology itikandizanzo kutima game management areas kama national parks ya stay regenerate into vikule. So plan iliso muno Zambia economy yatu ishta depend pale chani mining drama Zambia istoke lapo mining but mining ilina vuto yoyamba tikatosa ma minerals ya jamu muntaka stika pwezanzo nishiachokerati cha number 2 mining iwononga malo kwambiri so ichitilu kamba ngati green economy kunika ikaledi chindu chatu chichitike tifuniko ika ulimi number 1 ikale number 1 economic sector muziko mwatu koma sikala number 1 economic sector ngati sebenzesa agroecology. So agroecology ifuni tourism ikale number 2 ero muone tourism singa kale ngati kulipe agriculture bakudya bonse vipita mu tourism industry ifungo tokera kuti kuli ma small scale farmers market ya ma small scale farmers ni tourism industry after hivi bakala vivili vikulu mu economy ndipo tingabwereromba ku mining, financial sector, manufacturing sector, forest. So tilugwera pamozi kuti tipeze njira mwati titukupire isema small scale farmers ndipo mwati tipangire agriculture the number 1 economic sector ya dziko latu ya Zambia. Natera pompa zikomo. Ziva katibu ni mafunzo yali yonse kati ni comments yali yonse yes amani
sifunzo koma ndemanga
ya ndemanga ni chana amani
ndemanga ni konjezera
niyeserera basi
ndemanga ni konjezera
okay
takala tonikuza pakumvera kuti gulu yanu ifuna ionesese kuti tizizisungira teka mbewu zakuti tizizibyalira na kuzisamalira mwamene zochitira kale makolo izo nayo mbali ifunika kuti muonesese kuti nkateko ndiponso tiphunzire moyenderera kuti this time zapeza timulimi salima mofikapo kulingana kuti akaona capacity ya mwamene alili na ndalama kambewu kang'ono kaja kana mtengo ukulu ndiye munda umankhala osalimiwa kai mbewu sanga kwaniso kugulaka 10 kg azakwanisa kugulako maybe nka 2 kg so mukaikako iya kuti tizizisungira mbewu na manyowa I think izakaniza myoyo zambiri because sitikwanisa kugula fertilizer sitikwanisa kugula mbewu yofikapo kulingana na mwamene tipeze so iyebe nankala yokuzidwa ndiponso ingakonde kuti tiphunzise ndiponso vantu vayizive mwakuya kuti njala mwina ingachepekele makomo ziko.
Wamai. Ndicho.
Uvuli tezokula kunzenge tezolima chape noma ubikira koma this time okamba tumbinu wapetuka chifukwa choti vakatola vedomosati vaikumanasi vakatola wichikira for example nyamilisira yopaira uzu milisizali azachita spray maybe kapena ni 3 acres 1 day. As a result timaona monga titathandiziwa without knowing kuti tiononga chani ntakai tikaona kumbuyo tukowa kwezomera but this time mumaminda bowa inaleka kumera the reason is simple chifukwa chapi mangwala ngetimaselebezi vamatipasa mangwala azungu without knowing kuti kuononga pale kanga kuthandiza but tikapita tikashita maningi understand tiononga sivitithandiza so tiyamilala mangwala yanda mvakuja as a result yazationonga Roma ngati neonalini mwe mugelime exam mukuzokulako milisi yangu kutatauza mangala yalaenze muitikira yala mwe muzali yabo through neo lomba tikaona ngati mzamza kozi yepe ivuto limozoona nishintangati taonongeka na mazikapira
Mansumi, Mr. Correction in a point. Public killers in my heavy sites. My pesticides to put hard to rombo tomorrow in my place. But in my para, it's not in my heavy sites, my pesticides. If a more come and is all. Kwa wenzo pese kapafupi, lomba, suone, set. Sandainari hapu, wabili.
Here is an addition to what you have mentioned. As a matter of course, the plan is from the government about the system as to trying to compare this scenario of climate change, how it affects our seed sovereignty in our African countries. We see that we are not using the seed that we grew up with. To an extent, because it's there, and then to come out of party. And now that we have to hybrid seed, what has changed? How has it changed to our life? So in high school schools, why is Zambia not improving? Despite having almost close to, we are talking about 752,000 hectares or square kilometers of land. Arable land that we can use. So maybe possibly the aspect of trying to go by the situation we are going now, we'll be able to change and keep our local seed. Local seed. Kale, tunatika hili lima, tumaika mchimuru in a granary, and weevils were not easily attacking them. You could keep that throughout the year.
Yeah.
The following year you use it without even getting it.
Yeah.
But now that we have this hybrid, a month later, weevils have already attacked them. And we are losing a lot of maize out of weevils, especially after the post-harvest management. It has been one costly, and we are not able to do that. We may produce good number of good production. But at the end of it all, what you are using is less than 50% of what you sold it for. So,
Yes, Mama.
That's what on what you are saying in terms of my mentioned like even for us to keep food for a long time, it is a problem because of the same system which has come in. Because you may have that set, you may think of maybe Kisungi Chima. But at the end of the day, you think of where to keep the plants. Now you find that you sell all the maize before. By the end of the year, you have no food. No ambo kamba chikulinda. But we had a lot of maize. But just because Uganda tinkabuli fitima mkwala nikaikeko mind yatu inasokonezeka chokacha ulimi wasopano neno kifu na kuitwa mmankwala na chani kuibala ulimi wa makola. Na kucholo tikaenda kuminzi this time. Uzapeza kudala kenzo toka kutauni kwenda kumunzi utenga vakoti. But this time ufuniko toka kutauni unava kuja vako upeleke kumunzi. Why? Nyemba kulibe. Ndiyo zonse za kumunzi kulibe na kuyani katinale. Katari mkatila mawiti kila kulibe chuwawa. Kulibe just because mind ya tromba inankala pakuti tibigulise tibituchoke vinga tibutise mukuli then nazo mbe usizimera because tinachilamo mankwala so ngati upungu ungabwerere ndiye kuti chilengedwe chatu mwina umphawi because ulapatona munga uti tipanga ndalama koma umphawi wange ndiyo kumunzi manje kulipa uyende manje mkwenda kulima ufuniko nyamule masoya pieces yajayo chita process mwayiwana so chamene icho chalengesa kuti mwina mamaindi yathu tikamabwera ni ma programs yote izatitandizira kuti tibwezeremo mutemwekenzo sungira vakudya kale zikama pambili.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I think just to start off, say a very big thank you to Niji for the collaboration that we have had. From the field experiences that I've had and interaction with my team, we're able to see that there's a lot of interest with getting the mindset shift towards the agroecology. I think now that we are moving from an era where there's a lot of promotion of the organic seeds, the pressure indeed has gone into the national park with all the poaching that has been happening because people have been trying to get extra income